For the first time all year, I showed a little bit of confidence in the Florida Gators. So, of course, they pissed right down their legs.
You are Locked On Gators, your daily podcast on the Florida Gators. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Locked On Gators, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. We are available daily and free, wherever the podcast and on YouTube. And the Florida Gators lost to the Auburn Tigers 76-6-7. And Brett Brown said Joe Dirt here was talking mad trash earlier. Yeah, your mother. How about that? But the Florida Gators lost. I am Brandon Olsen, your host of Locked On Gators, lifelong Florida Gators fan, and I hate my life. Yeah, I mean that was just an awful performance. All I can say was that we've heard a lot about this whole season. We've heard a lot about Boogie Fland and Xavier Lee. And every week we have someone going, bench them for Urban Klavjar, who, by the way, shot 3 for 9 and 2 for 8 from 3 today. The real person that we should talk about benching is Alex Condon, because, oh my gosh. I mean, Jesus. That dude is just, we talk about Boogie Fland and Xavier Lee being an offensive black hole, but wow, Alex Condon didn't score until he got a free throw attempt late in the game. I'll say this, Florida played bad for the first half was horrendous by Florida. Hell of a game by Auburn. It really was. It was a hell of a game by Auburn, because Auburn basically went, hey, you're going to have to shoot threes to beat us. And Florida went, well, I don't know how to do that. And it's tough. Free throws weren't the difference. Florida's an average, 73% shooting team from the free throw line. Even if they shot 73% from the free throw line today, they'd still lose by 5. That's it. Yeah, Alex Condon has just offensively fallen off a cliff. He's just completely useless there. No more Lee. He's horrible. No rotation on his shots, even at the free throw line. I mean, he shot 2 for 3 from 3 today. He shot 2 for 3 from the field, and he shot 2 for 3 from 3. I don't I get it. I don't think Xavier Lee's been playing great either, or I know he hasn't been playing well. I know that Boogie Fland hasn't necessarily been playing great offensively, but I don't know. I think that when we talk about what they're giving us and what the expectations were going into it, I am way more disappointed with what with what Florida has had from Alex Condon. I'm way more disappointed with that, because I think that was awful. You can keep pushing it towards Xavier Lee, but you want to talk about poor shooting, poor scoring. Xavier Lee, 7 points, 2 for 3 shooting. Alex Condon, 1.0 for 4 shooting. You want to talk about turnovers? Alex Condon had 4 turnovers. Yeah, they were bad turnovers. Both of them came in the first 5 minutes of the game, 7 minutes of the game, and then he had another one late. It's just it's tough. I mean, this is awful game by him. Hell of a game plan by Auburn to basically neutralize Ruben Chinyelu, right? Basically did that. He had 10 points on 3 for 8 shooting, 4 for 7 from the free throw line, which is still ridiculous that he's shooting that well from the free throw line this year. And then 7 rebounds, the first time he hasn't had a double-double in what feels like 3 months. So just tough there, except for how the whole team is kind of awful. Maybe. I don't think Chinyelu played awful. I don't think he played great, but I don't think he played awful. Right? He got tough. He got stuck in tough spots where he was guarding guys driving, and a big dude like that is not going to be able to stop driving. There's a reason he doesn't guard people that are going to be able to dribble drive on the perimeter, right? Like, he didn't play well. I'm not saying he did, but I'm not going to say horrible either, right? That was Stephen Pearl. Like, he must have saw the sign last night, the no more Nepo baby coaches. He must have seen the sign last night, and he was like, all right, I'm going to call a good coach and get some feedback here. And maybe that's what it was. But yeah, no, Florida, I mean, yeah, it's tough. Like, you're not going to win many games when you shoot 26% from the free throw line, when you don't have your normal offensive rebounder percentage, when you lose the turnover battle, and when you shoot 59% from the free throw line. I think this is one of those games where you played so poorly that you kind of just go, that wasn't us. Right? I think that's what it was. I think it was a game where you played so poorly where you kind of go, don't know what that was. That wasn't us. That's all I know. Like, that game was not the Florida Gators. That was not the Todd Golden Florida Gators. That was not the Thomas Houck-led Florida Gators, the Ruben Chinyelu-led Florida Gators. That game is not them, right? Xavier Lee did not play well. But again, he didn't play well, right? Shot 1 for 3 from the free throw line. That sucked. Had 3 turnovers. But he wasn't a complete black hole offensively, and we've seen him do that before. He also basically got benched for Urban Klavchar, which is, again, like, I know every week Urban has a game where he, hits a couple threes and everyone goes, oh, start Urban, he's so good. And then he does this, like, 3 for 9, 2 for 8 from 3 in the game where he basically started, right? He played 28 minutes. Xavier Lee played 15. Tough. You're not going to get that. I do think that, you really got to just, again, I know Boogie Fland didn't play great. I think defensively he was balling. I know he had 3 steals, but like the amount of loose balls that he knocked out, and just created chaos for Auburn offensively, especially in the second half, is tough. But yeah, like Gilbert Rivera said, Urban, no defense, big liability. It's true. Like, Urban is a bench shooter. That's his role. Stop asking him to do more. Stop asking him to be more. He's a bench shooter. When you want to put him on, you should take either Boogie or Xavier Lee off and put Urban in. Like, that's it. He needs to be with a primary ball handler. Can we stop running the offense through Alex Condon at the top of the key? Can I make that request as well? Because not only is Alex Condon shooting my percentage from 3, I don't even know what it is, but I know that he's shooting terrible. Let me see if I could pull up his 3-point percentage so far this year. Alex Condon, I don't know if that includes the Auburn game, but he is shooting 15% from 3. Yeah, 12. Okay, yeah, 12%. We'll say after the Auburn game. Not the best, right? And look, like, we know he's a better shooter than that in his core, but he has just no confidence right now, and it's so clear. Every time he gets the ball, he's wide open at the top of the paint or at the top of the key, and he's just looking around. He's like, I'm going to do a little pump fake, and then I'm just going to keep looking around and look for someone. Like, the dude either needs to just shoot the damn ball, or you got to get that whole set changed. Like, if you're not going to be able to hit the 3 and you're not even going to threaten to shoot the 3, stop giving him the ball there, because all you're doing is putting another defender in the paint near Ruben Chinyelu. That's all you're doing from there. That's all. There's a chance that loss could cost Florida the SEC, especially since you have to go to A&M. I don't think so. I'll say this, like, all that matters is that you finish strong, right? This is obviously a Florida Gators team that is good enough. This is obviously a Florida Gators team that is good. I don't know how you could say Boogie's awful. I'm sorry. I really don't. Like, I don't think he's playing great. But, like, defensively, he's been a menace for a long while. I really don't get it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to just sound like I'm just like, oh yeah, like I like Boogie, and so I thought Boogie'd play well, and like I don't want to, like, he's not scoring well. I'm not disputing that. But that feels like the only thing he's doing wrong is scoring. Like, that's it. That's all I can say. Like all I can say is that the only thing it feels like he's really doing wrong is scoring. He's playing, I mean, just harassing defense, just causing chaos. He's distributing the ball decently well. He's rebounding for a guard. Like, I'm sorry. I am fully on board with being mad about things. But like Boogie Fland was your third best player today. Like maybe second, which is a testament to how poorly this team played. But like, I'm sorry. Scoring is how you win. Stopping the other team from scoring is also how you win. Crazy. And not everybody's supposed to score. Why are you not talking about Alex Condon then? Alex Condon had 1 point and played the same amount of minutes. Indisputable that Boogie Fland had a better positive impact than Alex Condon in this game. Condon might be back in Florida next year because he definitely hurt his stock. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be back. I really don't. But you got to figure something out. You really do. I don't want Condon back next year. Look, like, I think I'm someone that's been incredibly hard on Alex Condon pretty much his entire time that he's been here. I think it's a mental thing entirely right now. I really like since the Georgia game where he balled out. It hasn't been there. I think it's entirely mental right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just hasn't been playing nearly as well, right? Like the Georgia game, Alex Condon shot 9 for 12 from the field, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Okay. So he shot 4 for 11, 5 for 10, 4 for 11, 3 for 9, 0 for 4. Like, that's it. He has not been scoring well. He's not been playing well offensively, and so much of it to me is mental. He has made 1 3 in SEC play this year on, let's see, 5, 8, 9, 12, 14. He's 1 for 14 from 3 in the SEC this year. It's terrible. Like, the dude is just a black hole offensively right now. And it's ridiculous. And like, I also want to say, like, I'm talking about pre-SEC. I'm talking about since the SEC started, but he also has not been playing well before then, right? Like, he didn't play well. Actually, the Missouri game I was talking about since the Georgia game. The Missouri game, you include that, he's shooting what, 2 for 14, 2 for 18 from 3. Great. But like before then, he wasn't playing great, right? Against UConn, he was terrible. Against Duke, he was terrible. Like, he's been awful this year for the overwhelming majority of the year. It's been terrible to watch him play and to put forth whatever the hell he's doing. But yeah, he's definitely not helping himself, right? Which is also, by the way, I want to say insane that he is actually shooting a slightly higher field goal percentage this year than he did last year. He has half a rebound more this year than he had last year. He had 1.5 more assists per game this year than he had last year. Like, it's wild that he's actually statistically being better, but that on the court he is horrendous. And look, I will say a big part of that is that he's playing 6 more minutes per game. But like, someone has to step up other than Thomas Houck, right? Like, when Florida was hot and they were riding this crazy momentum, a lot of it was Thomas Houck, Ruben Chinyelu, and Boogie Fland was giving you something, right? And when Boogie Fland's going to shoot 4 for 12, when Xavier Lee's going to play 15 minutes and have 3 turnovers in that time, when Alex Condon's going to have 1 point in the game and 4 turnovers, like, you're not going to win games. You're just not. Especially in a game where Chinyelu's not doing Chinyelu things. It's tough to win those games. We'll talk more about this game and what Florida can try to do to correct whatever the hell is going on when we get back with Locked On Gators. FanDuel is officially in playoff mode every game day during the NFL playoffs. FanDuel is giving customers even more ways to get in on the action because right now, every NFL playoff game day, FanDuel users get a profit boost pack waiting for them inside the app. So each game day, you'll see a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts that you can apply to the bets you like the most. You make your picks, then apply your profit boost to go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. So visit FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever to just hand things off and move on with your day. With TurboTax full service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert start to finish without the stress or guesswork. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. If a TurboTax expert didn't file for you last year, just file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit turbotax.com/local to book your appointment today. Thanks again for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. We are available daily and free wherever you listen to the podcast and on YouTube. And the Florida Gators have devastated my life once again, because that's what they do. That's their favorite thing to do sometimes. And Boogie 0 for 4 3-pointers, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Wrong. Just want to throw that out there. Wrong. just going to point that one out there. That is not what he did. Even 0 for 4 from the free throw line, 0 for 2 from 3. But again, like, I'm looking at a guy that's playing good defense, playing quality defense. Boogie is not if we're going to have a conversation about benching anybody, Boogie Fland's not the guy. And if you're going to try to make Boogie Fland the guy, you are wrong. No other way to put it. Like, I'm not trying to do the whole, like, I'm right all the time thing. But if you're trying to make Boogie Fland the guy where you say, hey, he's got to go to the bench, you're wrong. Like, that's it. There are two names that you can mention as guys that should maybe go to the bench, and it's Xavier Lee and it's Alex Condon. Outside of that, you should not mention a single person as maybe they should go to the bench. That's not it. And for everyone saying, like, oh, you got to, like, way too many 3-point attempts overall, go to the rim more, Todd. This is not last year's team coach. You couldn't do it because, like Rob said, right, Rob? Yeah, like Rob said, like, Auburn was just packing the paint. That's it. They were just packing the paint and they were just saying, all right, then shoot. And you can't shoot there. That's like I'm not saying that Boogie's playing great, right? But I am saying that, like, if you're saying he's the guy that needs to go to the bench, you're wrong. There's no other way to put it. Like, I'm sorry. That's one of those things where it's not up for debate. Yeah, take your best perimeter defender off the court. Take your best perimeter defender and your primary ball handler off the court and put what? Presumably, Xavier Lee and Urban Klavjar. You're going to give up 95 points a game. That's it. Like if Boogie's the guy you want to take out, you're going to give up 95 points per game. And Ruben Chinilu is going to foul out every game because he's going to have to play help defense the entire time. That's it. Yeah, like Ben Ponson said, I would go back to 3 guards and put Houck back down at the 4 just to try to shake things up. Honestly, I would say Boogie, Xavier, Houck, Chinilu are your 4 that should stay. Then I'd probably put Isaiah Brown in over Urban Klavjar. Again, like, I'm sorry. Urban is the guy that is a bench shooter. And that's his role. And we've had this conversation before. Like, I know people want to keep saying, oh, like, put him in the starting lineup. No, don't put him in the starting lineup because he's not a starter. He's just not. Like, he's a bench shooter, and that's a great role for him. It really is. Like, things go poorly when you want him out there. You put in Isaiah Brown as your 3rd guard or your wing, if you want to call him that. Like, you put him in there, and you're at least going to get a guy that is going to play more respectable defense, gonna rebound, threatens to shoot, gonna be able to drive. Like, you're at least getting that. But I mean, right now you got Alex Condon giving you 37 minutes and 1 point, and it was on a free throw that he, like, sure, you got it when the game is basically over. Also, can we talk about this? What the hell were those final couple of possessions? What the hell was that? Why are you dribbling out for 20 seconds before shooting a shot when you are down almost double digits? What are we doing there? And the team did that last year too. What are we doing there? Because I don't get it. I just don't. I really don't. Let's see if we can pull up the play-by-play. I want to see what the time was between those last couple shots. When Florida was just heaving threes and clanking them off the rim, and one of them literally went clank. Let's see, where was it? Here we go. So Kevin Overton makes free throws at the 46-second mark. Okay. Florida obviously gets the ball at the 46-second mark then. Second free throw. They bounce the ball up court, go, as in like the pass. Obviously, I'm not saying dribble. They look past the ball, bounce pass, let it roll a little bit up court. They take 14 seconds to get a shot. They get the offensive rebound, clank again, get the offensive rebound, clank again. This team is just, they frustrate the hell out of me sometimes. Like the fact that your game plan in this one was kind of like, oh, Thomas Houck, be Superman for a little bit, is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that was your game plan. It's just, hey, Thomas Houck, you need to be Superman for us. Don't know what else to tell you. That's it. And 9 for 19 shooting is not great. It's not awful. I have no complaints about Thomas Houck, right? He shot 3 for 9 from 3. I'm fine with that. Lost the rebounding battle horribly. Florida won the rebounding battle in terms of just volume. That's it. Florida had 39 rebounds. Auburn had 32. First half, you were down by 7 on the glass, right? So second half, you out-rebounded them significantly. Second half, you played significantly better defense. But the thing is, you're in the SEC. You can't just not play basketball for 20 minutes. You can't. Like, if you played even a respectable first half, you win that game. But here's the thing. You didn't. You lost that first half alone by 15 points. You can't do that and expect to win with this team. For the same reason that we talked about all offseason. This is not the team that's going to have this crazy comebacks. They're just not. The fact that they almost pulled this one off, or that they were pulling this one off for most of the second half, was kind of crazy. But this is not the team that's going to have these crazy comebacks. Because if you can't shoot the three, you're not going to have them. That's what it was last year. That's why Florida could do it, was because they could shoot threes, they can make threes, and you could chip away at a lead quickly, play good defense, and you're getting threes. This team, you shot 7 for 27. Auburn was basically saying, please, Alex Condon, please shoot threes. Please shoot the three. Nothing. Just a bad shooting night, including free throws. Condon and Chinyelu was off. Not a good formula. That's the thing. I think Chinyelu was forcing it a little bit in the second half at certain points. For the most part, I think it was just Auburn playing great in the paint. And like we spoke about, if you listen to yesterday's crossover that we did with Zach Blackerby, one of the things I mentioned was, for teams that just throw bodies in the paint on the glass, that gives Florida fits. And Auburn's guards were out there boarding. Todd Pettiford had 5 rebounds. Like Auburn's guards were out there on the glass. They were out there attacking. And you will see points in the game, which again is the thing that we mentioned yesterday and have been talking about since the Missouri game this year. Like, you will see points in the game where it'll be Ruben Chinyelu in the paint by himself. And why do you keep saying Pearl figured us out? Every team knows that Florida can't shoot threes. That's been the thing. Most people just aren't willing to say, hey, leave that dude completely open, and Alex Condon. And so I also disagree that they were letting the whole team shoot three. Also, you need to know, Auburn is one of the worst 3-point defenses in the country or in the SEC. Like, that's an important thing to know. In terms of volume and percentage, they're one of the worst defenses defending the 3 in the SEC. Those open looks were not all strategically. Some of them were just open guys. And so, like, that's like Boogie went 0 for 4 on threes. That's cool. Rebound Clops went 2 for 8. I'd rather miss 4 than miss 6. Trying to say that. I get it. Like, it feels a little weird. I'm just saying that it's like Boogie's the guy you're going after when he's undoubtedly the best perimeter defender on the team. That's it. Like, I don't think he's I know he's not playing well offensively, but he's undoubtedly your best perimeter defender and your best playmaker. It seems really weird to be like, he's the guy that needs to go. That's it. But yeah, like, everybody knows, like, Florida can't shoot threes right now. And if you send guards in the paint, you're going to win, because there's so many times where you'll watch the game, you'll see Ruben Chinilu down there fighting 3 people, and he just wins most of the time. That's it. Like, he just wins. That's why he's so incredible, because he's just winning. And then you got Auburn now, and they gave you a fight. They gave you bodies in the paint. They gave you proper boxing out, and you lost. You shot like crap. You shot like crap from the free throw line. You deserve to lose. Auburn deserved to win. I hate Auburn. I'm not gonna be shy about that at all. I hate Auburn and their fan base. But, like, Auburn deserved to win. They played better. That's it. Like, they played better, and they basically went, "Hey, Florida, go ahead, shoot threes." And Florida went, "Okay," clank every time. Like, that's all that happened. So it's tough for me to be like, yeah, like I don't know. I can't be mad about certain things when I know that if you were a team that was even threatening from 3, that's a different story, right? Yeah, that dunk at the end, yeah. What's up, JLB? Guard's not good enough. Again, like, I think if Boogie just, which also, like, they were heaving at the end, right? Xavier Lee shot 2 for 2 outside of the heave at the end. Yeah, your guard's just not good enough. If you're going to consistently play 3 bigs, Condon has to shoot that open 3. Yeah, I mean, just I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I just don't know what else to say about it. Like, every team leaves him wide open at the top, and half the time he's just like, why would I shoot the wide open 3 when I can just pass fake into the paint and then dribble and hand it off to someone else? Like, dude, you got to just take the 3 at certain points. I don't know if it's coaching telling him not to, be like, just take the 3. Like, just do it. You're not going to make them, right? But you just got to at least try. Like, honestly, like, I don't think you're good. Been very open. Like, we talked about that during the tournament last year. The whole time, I was incredibly hard on Alex Condon playing. And I was very open about, like, this dude thinks he's playing Aussie rules football still sometimes. And, like, I was very open about that. People were super upset about it. But, like, then he's coming out and he's still playing poorly. We have to accept he's a great passer. He really is. But he's not a good basketball player right now. Few blocks, nice. Some rebounds there. But, like, dude, you got to have a little bit of confidence and go a little bit. So we still going back to back. Don't know who told you that was happening. But again, like, this is also one of those things where I think it was so uncharacteristic from Florida in the sense of, like, rebounding wasn't there like it usually has been. Your paint defense wasn't there like it usually has been. I think you could say, like, all right, we can just flush that one, call it a day, and move on. Yeah, Ben, that was when Condon gave up a wide open 2 and passed it out for another missed 3 when we were down 4, kind of put the fork in it. Yeah, I mean, there was just, they lack awareness at some points on this in this game. But again, like, it's a game where you just flush it. It's still a long season, right? But yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I forgot to mention it. Why is Urban Klausar spotting up 3 feet behind the line? What the hell are we doing? Like, what are they doing? Yeah, I don't get it. It's nuts to me. I don't know how to explain it. It's ridiculous. But the Florida Gators, I mean, look, they'll be back, right? Like they'll be right back into it. They're still a good team. They just played a really crappy game. That's it. Like they're a good team. They just played a really crappy game. And that is what it is, right? The Florida Gators will be back on, when did they play? The 28th. They play Wednesday. Yeah, they play Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time at South Carolina. Hopefully getting there. It's not about not finding anyone open. They were just breaking open shots. That's it. Florida Gators will be back Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time at South Carolina. Then, of course, next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, Alabama. Brutal. Thanks for making Locked On Gators your first or last listen of the day. We are available daily and free, whether it's the podcast and on YouTube. For Locked On Gators, I'm Brandon Olsen. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at WNF_Brandon. Thanks for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. Find all my written work with Twitter, or find my Twitter, WNS_Brandon. Find all my written work about the Florida Gators with swampsignal.substack.com, and I will see you all next time.